doing. So CNN is doing a special about Watergate. I just happen to see it keep on flipping, and I'm like, it's like the continuous. Um, I've been talking about, for years. I mean, who doesn't really? Even though Nixon's time predates me, uh, ramifications, all that. I definitely caught Trumpgate, and it's not a lot different, except Nixon's case, he did have the decency to take his behind out and go off into the sunset and not come back, unlike the megalomaniac, ego-driven jive turkey that's Trump. They both racist as all get out. They both had agendas, and they both were using their particular platforms in the White House for other things, which didn't have everything to do with taking care of business. And so now when these places, this is what this happens in this country. They wait 30, 40 years later to try to fill you in on what you know that goes on every day. You know when things don't seem up to par, when they seem to be wide. If you're talking like in football terms, the kicker, the ball's wide left, wide right, just doesn't go through the goalpost, you know, or it seems to be off. Or the basketball rim seems to be moved a little bit too high, or it's not centered where it's supposed to be after dunk or something. And that's what goes on in these politics. So to present this now, you can come up with all this information, but no arrests were really made. Nixon never went locked up, and Trump's not gonna get locked up. What ends up happening is simple. History repeats itself. It's deja vu all over again. White male privilege, and they get to run a country, use money, and use people unsuspiciously, and put the people in places, and just to manipulate with the media. And somehow you got to sit back and look at that and go, oh, wow, wow. Or is it really wow? Or is it just really how embarrassing that when they don't institute as all be tax paying, voting rights citizens, that they don't do the same to those officials in those political offices and don't lock them up or really set an example, which they don't. And it's the same thing that you're seeing now. So when you watch the Watergate, then you think about the insurrection, you think about everything that you see then and you see now, really what has changed. But CNN wants to come across like they're bringing something informative and blockbuster and distinctive when all it does is paint deja vu, Watergate to Trumpgate. Please hit the like, subscribe, or welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another. And again, the more things change, the more they sadly stay the same. Out.